Well, it's been quite a while since I've made a video reviewing a product, but here we are today reviewing the Beats Fit Pros. And I felt like maybe now's a good time to review these, especially because right now on Amazon, you can get them for the same price as the AirPods Pro Gen 2s that are on sale right now. So hopefully they'll still be on sale by the time you see this video, and I guess we'll see where things go in this review. Well, this is going to be a fairly quick video, hopefully. I got some pros and cons that I wish to discuss about these headphones, which currently I do love very much. So first, we're going to start talking about the pros of these headphones. Pro number one, sound quality. Their Beats, they're great, especially for those that love bass. I find that the sound quality for these are better than the sound quality for these. Now, these are the AirPod Pros Gen 1s. These are not the Gen 2s. But if you're kind of comparing these two, definitely go for the Beats Fit Pros. They sound way better. You get far more punchy bass that's not muddled, and you get some very clear highs and mids. I'm no audiophile, so I guess kind of take that with a grain of salt, but I do love my music. I do love sound quality, so if you're, again, debating between Gen 1 AirPod Pros and Beats Fit Pros, you'll get far better sound with these. Also, like the AirPods, you'll get Dolby Atmos sound quality with these Beats Fit Pros, which is great for all music enthusiasts. I do think the Dolby Atmos does sound pretty good. Now, also the battery life on these is pretty good. I get about 6 hours of listening time through the earbuds themselves, and that paired with this case, you'll get a combined time of about 24 hours. So the case will provide about 18 extra hours of listening time. The earbuds also have a quick charge feature in them, so about 5 minutes of charging in this case, you'll get about an hour of listening time, which is very nice, especially for cases where it's going to be one of the negatives later. So having a quick charge time for about an hour of listening, very nice. These also come with Apple's H1 chip, which makes it very easy to pair these with Apple devices and switch between Apple devices. So when you pop open the case and you pull out a headphone, you'll get notifications on whatever Apple device is nearby, hopefully, as long as it works. Usually it does. And you can quickly connect to these earbuds versus typical Bluetooth headphones where you have to go into settings and manually connect to your earbuds. So it's very nice, especially at times when I'm watching something on our TV. I have an Apple TV hooked up to our TV. So if I want to watch something while my wife is sleeping next to me, just pop in these bad boys and can listen to whatever I'm watching on the TV without disturbing her. So I love the Apple ecosystem with these, especially with this H1 chip inside these headphones. Also, because it has the Apple chip in them, you do have the Find My feature with these, so you can hopefully find your earbuds if they were to fall out or be misplaced or whatever. You can play the sound, locate the rough direction. It's very nice to have. It's not as good as the AirPod Pro Gen 2s with the H2 chip, but these still work in a pinch. It's better than having nothing. Also, this case is USB-C charged, not lightning charged, which is very nice. It means one less cable that you have to carry around. Unless you're using an iPhone or you're still using lightning, but I digress. USB-C, very nice to have, very efficient, one less cable. Super nice. Another thing I really love about these earbuds, hopefully the camera will focus in on it, are the wingtips of these earbuds. These wingtips are amazing for keeping the earbuds in your ear without as much worry about them just falling out. Whereas with the AirPod Pros, these things fall out of my ear fairly easy. I guess I have weird shaped ears, but these wingtips make it so that these rarely, if ever, fall out of my ear, no matter, well, more or less, no matter what I'm doing. Whether it be rigorous exercise or even sometimes sleeping in them. The wingtips make these earbuds so secure in my ears. Also, the ANC of these are actually still pretty great. I use these to kind of tune out the world, and at times when I'm going to a music concert, like live concert, I will use these instead of traditional earplugs to help bring down the noise level a bit. And the ANC works very well. Definitely brings down the decibel levels, and I don't have any weird issues with the ANC where it might periodically let in some sound, even though it really shouldn't, like my Echo Bud Gen 2s do. So if you're in loud environments, noise cancellation for these definitely help, and you don't have to worry as much about noise leakage. Like I said, I haven't personally had any problems with noise leakage with these earbuds wigging out like my Echo Buds Gen 2s do. So now, unfortunately, that's where all the pros end, because I definitely do have some cons for these headphones. Now, we're going to keep in mind that these headphones came out in 2021. I believe that's the same year these AirPod Pros Gen 1s came out. I could be wrong, so keep that in mind. But con number one, and this could be a pro for some other people, but it's not a pro for me. The earbuds, instead of having touch capacitive buttons, these are physical buttons, but you can physically click them to get them to do stuff, which I really don't like. I'd rather have touch capacitive, because with a physical button, it can be accidentally pushed. And that happens to me several times whenever I'm initially putting them in my ear. So I'll accidentally press the button and start whatever I'm starting without needing to. So that's a con number one. Also, if you're a headphone sleeper like I am, if you try to sleep with these and you might be a side sleeper or you move around, you can accidentally press these physical buttons in your sleep, which can pause music, skip, or whatever. So I really don't like the physical buttons. But like I said, could be a pro for other people, just not for me. And kind of piggybacking off the sleeping with these, I kind of did two negatives in one with physical button. And if you're a side sleeper, you can accidentally press the button. But not only that, if you're a side sleeper, if you kind of smother these in a pillow, you get very degraded sound quality. It sounds very tinny. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing the mics, something to do with maybe the mics, air travel, I don't know. But if you smother these or cover them up in any kind of way where there are microphone outlets, inlets, whatever they are, sound quality degrades a lot. Like I said, it sounds very tinny, very annoying. I hate it. So side sleepers, or just people wearing a hat, even if you have a hat going over your ears like a snow hat, it can degrade the sound quality very much. And to kind of go back to the fact that these were released in 2021, this case does not have wireless charging. One thing I do love about these AirPod Pros, the Gen 1s, is that they have wireless charging in the case. These do not, so you have to plug them in to charge them. You can't just drop them on some wireless charging pad like you can with these, or even the Echo Bud Gen 2s, which has wireless charging on the bottom of the case. You have to plug this in to charge it. It sucks. It makes it a little more inconvenient, because kind of going back up me saying that one less cable, because it's USB-C, actually brings you one more cable if you have like a wireless charging pad, because you can't use it for these. You got to use a cable. It really sucks. Another con for these are the lack of customization for sound profiles. And it comes along with the field of Apple headphones, as you can't customize the button controls very much. Where like for my Echo Bud Gen 2, I can actually deactivate the capacitive touch buttons so that they don't do anything when they're touched. So there's no accidental volume up, pause, skips, or whatever. These, you don't get that option. The button is always going to do something whether you like it or not. You can't disable that. And sound profiles, if you're using Apple devices, just have to go with the presets. So that sucks, you can't customize them like you can for other headphones like the Soundcore headphones or even some of the other Sony headphones. Another huge con for me with these is that sometimes the charge connection for the buds aren't quite there. It's not very solid. Sometimes when I put, like most of the time, my right earbud into the case to charge, it doesn't actually get the connection going. So then the next time I pull the headphone out to use, it'll be dead because it didn't get any charge the entire time that I left it in the case to charge. It does have this indicator light, but it's hard to kind of tell what the light colors mean, if it's actually charging or not. So usually once I put it in there, I just kind of wiggle it around in there just a little bit just to make sure that it is getting the connection so it can charge, because it really sucks when I want to listen to music and either one or both of the earbuds are dead because it didn't actually charge. The connection wasn't actually there. But I guess that's why the quick charge feature is so great, because then once I get the connection in there correctly, 5 minutes, I'll get an hour listening time. But I digress. It really sucks that you have to be very cautious or very aware of making sure that these earbuds are actually charging in the case. And my final con is that this case is not very high quality. You can hear a lot of creaking. It's not very solid like these AirPod cases are. There's like no sound with the movement. If I try to move the head piece, it's not really moving much. It's making very little noise, but for the most part, it's very solid. Versus these, very noisy. It feels very cheap. It feels like it's gonna break at any moment. I'm gonna put these a little closer to the mic so you can hear it. So imagine trying to pull these out of your pockets, making all that noise. It's really bad. Versus these AirPod Pros, that noise that you're hearing, well, that just now was I accidentally opened up the top, but it's mostly just my ring hitting the case. So when I'm more careful about my ring hitting it and trying not to open it, so much quieter. Feels way more higher quality. So the case really sucks. It's also huge. If you look at the difference between it and the AirPod Pros, it's a freaking huge case. I guess it makes sense because it has the wingtips in there, but the wingtips only take up so much space, so I feel like they could cut it down a bit. I don't know. Case is huge, makes a lot of noise. It feels very cheap. No wireless charging. So should you get these in, I guess, the later half of the year of 2023? I would say no. Do not get these, especially right now as of the time of this recording. The AirPod Pro Gen 2s are the same price as these Beat Fit Pros. I do often see these go on sale, and they usually go on sale for like 180, but even then, if these are 200 when you're watching this, get these instead, even for the extra 20, 30 bucks. Well, not these in particular, the Gen 2 version of these. Get those instead, or just wait, because Apple owns Beats, and whatever technology Apple comes up with for their headphones, they eventually trickle down to the Beats line. Beats did just recently come out with some new headphones. They're not the Fit Pros, but that just means it's only a matter of time. I don't work for them, so I don't know if they'll actually do this, but assuming that they'll come out with a Gen 2 version of these, which will give them the H2 chip, which will give it better sound quality, better Find My features for finding your earbuds, and hopefully a better quality case with wireless charging, I would say wait if you can. Getting these right now, not a great idea, especially when they're the same price as the Gen 2 versions of these. From what I understand, these have a better sound quality. The Gen 2 version of these have a better sound quality than the Beats Fit Pros. You would be missing out on the wingtips, but you can get like after-party, third-party stuff for the Gen 2s of these to help them stay in your ear a little bit better. But I digress. 2021, no wireless charging, cheap case, H1 chip. Wait for the Gen 2s of these. Get the Gen 2s of these currently on sale for $200, or just wait. Just don't get these right now. Not in 2023, not in the second half of 2023. Not worth it. Don't do it. As much as I love these, and trust me, I love these. I daily drive these. Don't get them right now. Anyways, that's it for my review. Hopefully it was helpful. Catch you in the next one. Peace.